It was in the white car, I thought that should have been. Did the white car park? I think that that's Brian. I was hoping it was.
Oh, you know, here. Okay.
I know he is.
Oh, excuse me.
Hey, Tim.
Hey, BJ, how are you?
I see they're finally, someone's cleaning up over there by you.
Yeah, they came out. I talked to them, but they were very expensive, that's not who they were,
Well, we might want to do that.
Cause I noticed three,
I'm on the
I know it
phone
was,
all the
I
time.
mean, was it over the weekend?
I'm
No,
on
it
the
was-
phone all the time now.
but like Thursday,
Well, we
And
may want to, that's what Gunther does. They just give
Yeah, they
us
come over
something
and-
for fun.
maybe it was Tuesday, cause I thought, well, let's not go over the weekend, clean it up.
Yeah.
I haven't seen nobody over there, I just seen him when I came back on that, the next week, so.
but, I do know.
They said, well, it just needs to be cleaned up, and I said,
Yeah,
yeah,
Needs
yeah.
more
The
cleaning
more
up.
you
The city will write you up.
the less they want the rest of it. It goes
I think he was
down.
out there about who he was.
Yeah.
After you
Yes, it will.
separate his personal phone from his work phone. Person that must use that one for personal things, it won't last 2 days, and that's it out, and it's, they just give you nothing. It is important. How we doing? How we doing?
Your kiddos making a good selling? Cool.
You wanna know how much you made?
Well, yeah, but, I mean, I don't know how much you made.
Sitting on the corner down there at the house selling the ducks and the
Mhm.
wristbands, $150.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
My daughter made us stop to buy a couple of ducks the other day.
I laughed so hard, she said, Dad, you don't believe how much money I made. I said, what, $30? No, I made 150. I said, what?
How can you resist?
And then literally, they took some of that money they made and ordered more ducks online, and they're gonna do it again.
Nice.
So what are these ducks?
They're just rubber ducks, they're just miniature rubber ducks.
All sorts of
A lot of these rubber ducks, if you find a Jeep that you like. you should
I was gonna
put
stop
it-
the other day, but I over the
If
tractor,
you find a Jeep
I
that you
wanna
like,
block most of the traffic.
put the hood down.
Yeah,
Don't take that nut, put it in.
I couldn't believe it.
That's good, that's awesome.
Oh, I know.
Is it for their softball field or something?
She's using some of it for that, and, I mean, I
I'm glad you did it, good.
was impressed. I think next time she's talked to Coyle and Dent, she can sit up by the school when the people are going to the football game.
Hey, that'll be good.
Yeah. Yeah, it blew my mind though.
I'm sitting up over there on that corner lot there.
Stresses it.
Yep,
Well, Janesville wouldn't mind that at all.
wouldn't think so.
It's,
Well-
it's, it just doesn't get over there. We call the Board of Trustees next special session meeting to order at 7:00. Please,
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Yeah. Roll call
Trustee Warman,
here.
Trustee Hale,
Here.
Mayor Long.
here. Here's the agenda. Consideration of possible action on October 8th, 2025 special meeting. Discussion. Ryan,
Henry, Ryan,
email
of Henry.
of the Henry Code
Yeah.
compliance, regular code compliance process procedures. Yes.
This is Henry.
Right here.
Yeah, but his first name's Brian.
Sorry, you can call me Henry. I'll answer. I've been
Yeah,
called
yeah,
worse.
call anything, just whatever.
Do you want to pull your chair up
Yeah,
here?
yeah, let's
I'll
do it.
Up close you can.
Yeah.
This is just gonna be pretty much informal, so we can all figure out what's going on, how to do it, and what to do.
Well, let me start first. Do you guys have any questions of me?
Coyle?
You don't, you know,
No, I have not. I made a couple calls to you, but I think I keep getting your voicemail.
Yeah, I'm busy all the time,
Oh,
I
it's
keep
okay.
forgetting to call you back.
I think it pops up as spam, so I wouldn't blame you if you didn't.
You don't have these. These are our attempts. This is July the 20th. This is July the
Yeah.
30th, 25. And this one was in September, so if I put these in order. Kind of scan through these.
Okay.
If you want to, I would start with this one since it's, and then this one followed up on it to us.
Okay.
This is red.
That's yours.
that's yours.
Oh, it's from you. Thank you. Does it print red?
No, it's blue.
Oh, okay, that works too.
I prefer blue, and that way they can't say we copy.
Well, you know, for deeds and things, they want you to, closing, you do sign with blue.
Yep, I made that transition a couple years ago. Okay, so these ones look familiar, because I think I typed these up and sent these to you.
Yep,
Okay, and then I think you, or we sort of cleaned this up down here.
yep. And then Lindy sent this out.
Lindy, is this in reference to the email that we exchanged last week? Okay.
Yes, the
Okay.
follow-up
Okay.
process, yeah.
Yeah, that all seems. Now this, I want to be clear, this is if we, or if you guys decide to file complaints, correct? Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, the follow-up, and
Okay.
then, yes.
Follow up, and then this is what goes before the judge, if
Yeah.
these aren't, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
And then this is just sort of a catch-all of whether you choose to mow or you choose to go to court, whichever, you still follow these procedures.
I don't know if you're familiar with.
Sorry,
No,
well,
no.
I'm just making sure I'm clearing this up, so
Yeah,
I can
yeah,
explain
yeah,
it
yeah.
if he's got questions.
No, you're good.
Okay.
Okay, are you good? I mean, are you, have you seen these before?
I think this is actually the first time I have seen these, to be honest.
Yeah, that's. So I'm trying to figure out how to incorporate the two into one document. Okay.
Well, I think this is more like a decision tree kind of thing. This one, we'll say gets more into the meat and potatoes if, say, the people we talked about, the out-of-towners, the safe, the disabled, the deceased, whatever the answer is.
Right.
This is one that you decide to go and abate the property after remove trash, grass, those two things.
Abate, fix it.
Yep. Abate.
But the decision, the decision is, okay, we've got a violation, we've given them a warning, they have not done anything, or they may have done something. Let's assume they haven't done anything, because I don't think I've got, haven't done something. Have they done something in this yet? Because Lindy and I talked about this just 2 days ago. So, they've got a warning, they've done nothing, or something, but not, they're still out of compliance. They got a warning, and they're still out of compliance, either from not doing enough or doing nothing. And that's kind of like, I'm beginning to, I get your decision tree, concept, we really need to do a decision tree. To make it clear, I wish we had a whiteboard, I really do.
We'd fill it out pretty quick, I got a feeling.
So, if they do nothing and they live here, we give them a, what's it called?
Long form.
Long arm, we come out and see the judge.
Yes.
Okay, if they don't live here and they've done nothing, then we go to this notice of abatement page over here. But once, and you say, you've told me before many times, we have 18 months to do something.
180 days.
180 days.
Yeah, that's where you got the 18.
Okay. Thank you. You want?
180 days
180 days.
without further notice.
Correct.
But do we?
Once we-
180 days from the time we send them an abatement notice.
Correct. Now, there's also a caveat to that. If, say, they don't live on the property, if we don't have a current address, the letter gets returned, something that would indicate that they're not getting their mail for any number of reasons. That's where that orange sign on the stake comes in.
What's fine?
You know, the orange sign that we stake in the ground, that
Okay.
you, I'm sure maybe seen around. Okay, so that's where that comes into
That's
play.
public notice.
Yes, that's only required if, for some reason, you're not receiving your mail, for whatever reason. And any number of reasons will work. But the point is that the address is unknown. If there's any of that, that's when that gets posted on there. So the reason that we do that is because that's sort of the last ditch effort required by state law, that you have to put that sign up there for a notification to the public. So that if they've got cousin Eddie that lives here, and, you know, it belongs to somebody back in, you know, I don't know, the Palisades, they can at least call them and say, hey, you need to get somebody hired to mow your property, the city's gone.
Right.
Okay.
I guess maybe they're coming in here and mow at one time, and see, they'll come back and mow again.
Well, but then once it gets 12 inches, they're gonna get another notice.
So once we send the letter, and if.
Oh, you mean, right, okay.
Yeah, he's saying like they mowed it once the whole year, that's it. So, once we send that letter, and you get that, if you receive the letter, and how we usually notify that is if people call you
Oh,
and
this
say.
is when we're abating.
Yes. So, if they contact us and say, we received our letter, da-da-da-da-da, you don't have to post that, you can bypass that step entirely. And at that point, you don't have to send them another letter for 180 days. You have full access to that from the date of that letter. And the point of that is that the state looks at that as, you know, could you imagine having to do that every time grass gets sold, you never get anything done?
Well, that's what I'm saying,
So
that
what do we do?
we got people in this town that, you send them a notice, they'll come in and mow it one time that year, that's all they do.
They're still living in this town? I mean, they're living in this town, are they out of towners?
They're out of town.
Okay.
And so, at that point, once you guys do that, and you've satisfied the state and the law that's set on that, Title 11-21 and OS 212.
So, once we abate,
Mhm.
how many times do we have to abate before we
The city can step in and do something.
we abate once, send them a bill?
Mhm.
If they don't pay the bill,
They have 30 days to pay that bill, and if they don't pay it between the 30th and 60th day, you can file at the treasurer's office, and the treasurer will become the debt collector, so that it gets sent out with their taxes.
And that's a lien on it.
and we don't have that in here, do we? Do we have?
It should be.
It talks about it in the.
Yes, right there. You will send the mowing bill to the landowners and certified. Before the 60th day, you'll file a lien with the county treasurer, and they will become the debt collector.
Okay. So that's what we need to, okay. So that's why we do want to. Okay. But we still have 180 days to decide to do that,
You have full access to that property.
or 180 days.
Yes, and the reason they leave that is for subsequent mowing, if you decided, hey, we mowed it in June, because it was 4 foot tall, and we got a bunch of rain. But then say October, they don't touch it again, you know, if you decided to go back out in October, you can do it again without having to send further notice. So that's why they give you those, so that the city's not stuck every month sending letters out and then having to wait that 10 and 11 days.
But,
As soon as you say you put the abatement till, you go in and do it.
Yeah,
Yes.
on the 11th day, after that letter goes out, you can go out and mow it the first time, and then you have
and send an
access.
invoice at that point in time.
Yes,
And you do that for the next 108 days
without telling them again.
without telling me.
Which I'd be pretty much all summer.
But how do they know that we found a lien on their property?
When they get their taxes, they'll see it.
Yeah, well, and it says it in that, you remember that long notice of abatement that I sent over?
Uh-huh.
All that's in there, because we
You
have to do
file
all
with
that.
With the town, you file that with the
File that with county.
county?
Yep.
Land records or the, just county clerk?
Immediately after you mow it, you'll you'll file a notice of, or notice of
Oh,
lien.
county treasurer.
Yeah, well, notice of lien, no, maybe I didn't put that in there, let me see. Because if so, I'll amend this. Yeah, okay, so I did miss a step. So before we get to the county treasurer, you have to file a notice of lien with the recorder of deeds.
Right.
And that goes in there. So let's say they try to sell the property because the city went out and mowed or something, you know things.
Yeah.
If they do a title search on that property, it's automatically gonna flag because it's a clouded lien at that point.
Notice with,
Register of deeds,
yeah,
and I'll fix that and send it back to you.
okay.
Can't leave them this time.
Yeah, makes sense, yeah, yeah.
Oh, sure.
Here's a really nice one.
Right. Believe it or not, actually cheaper than ordering business cards, so I was like, hey, this will work.
Not a bad idea. So, Lindy and I stuff were down. They got weeds, they've done nothing, or they haven't, or they've done little, or they haven't met the code yet,
Correct.
but they did something. We talked about sending out not a courtesy notice and not an abatement notice, but a thank you for what you've done, but you are still out of code compliance. And that'll be on the 10 days is, what were you talking, what is the 10-day window?
So the notices are mailed and they have the 10 days to do it. And then after that is when we do the follow-up.
And you do the pictures?
Yes.
And that's usually so when we do the pictures, when does he come out again?
Usually within the next week or two.
So that should be the time limit that they have to make it better, or he needs to, now what do you do to?
So what we'll do, I think on that notice, is I'll just start planning, like with her, like if you guys are ready to send those out, Brian, what week are you coming out? And just set it for that Sunday before, this needs to be done by this date, so that if we come out on Monday, the timeline's set.
Yeah, yeah.
And then at that point, we would file a complaint or whatever or dismiss it because it's already been done, or.
Yes, because basically, they need to know, we appreciate what you've done, but you gotta do, and we've got examples of what we went through a couple of days ago. Grass is, they did cut it, but there's still this much grass up against the house. Why they missed it, I don't know. In the picture, at least, I could see that it was ragged and jagged, and, but they made an attempt. And we want to thank them for that, so we don't want to take them to court. We don't want to bait them, we just want them
Finish your job.
to finish the job. I mean, our goal has never been to raise money for the town or take people's houses away from them or nothing. We just want them to pick
Clean it
up,
up.
clean it up. So we need to add that to, which one of these?
I would say probably not this one. We'll just add another step in there for the follow-up notice. Just because this one kind of pertains only to that.
Yeah, okay, maybe not quite. Okay, it needs to go in here right after 3.
Okay.
Second, I'm gonna call the second warning, get some. I don't know, what do you guys, I mean,
It gives them roughly a month.
Yeah, but they've done something, only gives them about 2 weeks to 10 days to finish the job before it's back out here again.
Right. But if
Should
you
have
do,
finished the job
if it's,
first.
if it's 2 weeks after, then you're right at it.
A month.
So, I mean, it's more than enough time to.
It's fair, I'm trying to be fair. I mean,
Yeah,
I
I
don't
think it would be, and most people contact anyway and say, hey, this is what I'm trying to do. From what I've understood, I mean, there's been people call, so, I mean, if something like that happens, then we definitely work with it.
But, and if that doesn't get them, then I guess we go into abatement.
Well, and just remember, just because you
Or we
satisfy.
bring them, if they live here,
Right.
they go to the judge.
Well, and let's say it's just in the event of a couple spots of tall grass around the house. This is just my opinion, you know, you guys are the board, you get to set the rules, but people need to understand that you're after substantive compliance. The substance of the issue goes on. I don't think you're out nitpicking wanting an HOA, per se. Per se. I'm not saying that you don't want more of an effort, but I'm not saying it has to be immaculate either, like they are in a lawn care company. But the reality of that is because that's just gonna create a lot of heartache for you guys on the back end of that. And I think people just need to know what the expectation is. Because I think when you clearly set that, most people wanna do the right thing.
Mhm.
Most people do. But you do have those that are going to just be defiant because they can be. And that's what all of this is in regards to.
Yeah. Okay, so,
May I ask Brian a question?
Sure.
Brian, do you do the whole town or just part of the town?
No, we go through the whole town when we're here.
Well, there's one residence that keeps getting overlooked.
Okay. You got
The
the,
weeds are taller almost to the roof line of this house.
okay. You have the address?
It's off Lee and Triple X, the only house down there.
Is it?
oh,
Got the-
I know which one it is.
got the- Everything set in the road.
Hmm?
Is it the East one? Or you like Red Dirt Road?
Yeah.
Okay, they're on my list.
Okay, because they've done some work on the outside of the fence,
Yeah.
but not on the inside.
Yeah.
I was- yeah.
Yeah, there's a little fence there. But I mean, you can't even see their house. It's almost past their roof line.
Yeah, and it's right up front, because
It
they
is.
mowed on the sides.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, I got you.
And the dumpster, is the dumpster still out in the road?
And now they got a fifth wheel trailer in there now and all
Yeah,
that.
then you get that trailer out of the road too.
It's out of the road.
Is it?
I think that, the camper you're talking about,
Yeah.
yeah, it was over in the side yard today.
Cause I drive the roads every day and so I can see the improvements on some of these residents.
Well, and some of that too is where I'm gonna need the people, because there's no way I can keep track of all the nuance of the decision tree. So when you guys decide, hey, this is the route we're going, then that kind of tells me what our next steps are. Because like I thought about that today when I was up driving around, I was like, should I be posting some of these? Should I not? I mean, we really.
Are
need
you
to know
getting
that part.
in communication with Lindy as to what the result is, like the ones that I signed off on?
She sent me something today, but I was already on the road and I wasn't able to pull it up on my phone.
It was that, so,
Oh,
yes.
okay.
Okay, so I don't know if you keep a status on,
I do, usually on your report, I copy it and put like, hey, updates from Lindy or something to that
okay,
effect.
so was that, will that out?
Yeah, that will. Yeah.
Okay. Because there was, what, there were 4, and they had extenuating circumstances, like there was a letter returned, so did they really get, and the US mail, it takes them, my goodness,
Mhm.
45, sometimes 30, over 30 days to return mail, so I don't even know that it got returned.
I've had them in towns that we've sent out for like rezoning, and the hearing was gonna be in 10 days, and we'll get back 6 months later. I'm like, well, I guess they didn't show up.
So, yeah. Okay. I haven't studied this one.
Any questions?
So, let's go back to our decision tree. We talked about people that ignored us.
Is this all you?
Yeah,
Okay.
this is like it. So, nothing, something, out of town.
Got it.
Because the out-of-towners, because these dudes here, nothing. They go to the judge. And something gets a second try before they go to the judge. Okay. Out-of-towners, they've done nothing because we've sent them letters, right? The out-of-towners, we've sent them letters and there's been, okay, then there's a response and there's no response. And if they do a response, I guess they get to do, or say they're going to do something or nothing. And then here they go into a vacant. If here no response, they go into a vacant. Is that?
I think that clarifies it, because I was kind of trying to imagine this in my head, was cool, reading the memo, what are you doing?
Is that?
I think that's at least the framework of the solid idea. But hey, those are always living documents. There's always extenuating circumstances. So,
And that's where we come into, you know, if it's, when he's got phone calls and people are asking for forgiveness or for I can't, I'm sick and dead, that she can talk to us about it and we know the situation to be such or not. And I can think of one person that she went to a lot of detail and then her husband he didn't make it. And I was glad that we handled it the way we did, so. Yeah, because but she also made effort and got somebody to do the mowing and stuff, even though her husband was on deathbed, so, nevertheless. Yeah, I'm thinking about that. So, is that making sense?
Uh-huh. At least we know where we're going now.
And then these are, okay, also goes the, now, who is going to sign these complaints? Either, now this is, so we take pictures right here. And these dudes, we would take pictures here.
I've been the one going out taking the pictures to help, help Lindy out, y'all out. I'll be glad to take it over, since I drive the time most of the time and I can see the improvements of the
Sign
town.
the complaints.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, that's where it'll end. The only time that it becomes anything from that is if it gets contested in court, which this is grass. I mean, who's going to argue that?
Yeah.
And does he have to be in court? No,
Not
Not
unless
the
it's
first,
contested.
yeah, not the first time,
not the first time.
yeah.
But if it's contested, I would always still advise pulling you in anyways.
Well, yeah, that's,
Yep.
by contested, you mean our judge's ruling appeal?
Well, they've said I want to try.
Oh,
They can tell the judge it's their right to say I want to trial.
as in judge and jury trial?
No, as in her meeting or
Oh, but that's what I thought that we do when we.
The
So you
first
just-
time is like an arraignment.
There you
They
go.
come in and just
Okay.
say,
Yeah, you just
yeah, I
said.
did it, or no, I didn't,
Right.
and then she'll set a trial
Yep.
afterwards if they say no.
Thank you.
Because I gotta draw another line.
And I'll ask somebody, yes.
Yeah, so the first one's an arraignment.
I just couldn't get it up there.
I've had so much issue with the law, I really don't know these things.
Yeah, there's initial plea, and then,
Initial.
if they take initial at guilt or no contest, then it's over. But if they say not guilty, then they give what's called a trial.
Okay. Plea, not guilty. Second trial.
And I'll tell you that I've never seen a grass case go to district court, so this would be uncharted territory for both of us. I have a feeling a district court judge would throw that out, I'm just saying, but
And if people in town, I mean, after all of this, you know, I guess that's when you then go to abatement.
right.
And so,
Well, I will say this, the fact that you're putting this much time and effort into this, you're doing more than a lot of municipalities will. Usually they're like, just take it to the judge, or just mow it, like, and so, you shouldn't be penalized for trying to meet the needs of your citizens, but that's still gonna happen, just so you know.
So what do we need to do here?
that's what I was trying to figure out. I think we need to kind of draw this out a little further. That's good. All right, well, do we need, can we
We need
appoint?
to draw it out, it's already set.
Well, I know, well, it's in 3 pieces of paper now.
So condense it, and then maybe adopt it as an SOP. But I
Standard
think,
operating procedure.
but I think you can do that as a policy in-house, I don't think you really need to adopt anything here. It's just you need to have it available here in case somebody wants to see, hey, what does this look like?
So do we need to appoint, but it's not on, appointing a compliance officer is not on tonight's
No,
agenda.
but I can put it on Tuesdays for one of the
Okay.
I do have a question.
You don't have to do that.
We don't
It's
have to?
any registered agent of the city
Oh, we
can
can,
do that.
we
Because
don't
it
have to
had,
appoint them.
correct. It's
Okay.
just whoever's willing to step up and do it, because what if
So
you
he
sit?
just did. So we're done.
Yep.
You're it.
But if he.
If I have any questions, I'm asking Lindy or I'm calling Brian.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's
I'll get you my,
like-
hang on, you buddy.
You know what Lindy did?
I was feeling let down.
Now I'm out of pins.
Now,
I know. I'm better than you.
there was one thing that, under item A, or discussion compliance regarding, I'm contagious. Discussion with Brian Henry regarding code compliance process and procedures. Now, he has sent us the contract, but I don't know if you guys have read it. I'm not gonna vote on it tonight because it's not.
I've never looked at it.
Well, do you want another one? So we
I
need
have
to
that
put-
on Tuesday night's agenda.
It is on Tuesday night?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't read that either. I've been gone a lot. I'll be gone again tomorrow. Okay, well, that was the main thing, is that I wanted to get that dealt with.
I've got a question. So I had a phone call from a resident who received a letter, was on an inoperable vehicle, and when we set this up originally, you guys, voted on them to be able to be registered with the town as a non-inoperable vehicle, and then letters wouldn't be sent, which I have now sent the list to Brian, he didn't have that. But I didn't send that letter, and they got it anyway, so I'm just,
How did that happen?
because somebody else is getting them and sent it out. So, but somebody,
It's not me.
I don't want a paper stamp, so it wasn't me.
I guess my question is, those letters just come to the town to be mailed out,
Yes.
right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I don't know how they would have gotten it.
I don't even read them, so there you go.
Well, I don't even read them half the time. Did he have the letter?
I believe it was emailed. I'm trying to gather some more information just to have a.
Oh, I know what happened.
Y'all got a towel, so I
Yes.
can clean it up?
Is it, yeah, can you tell me and tell me who it is, please? Because I think it's his cousin who sent it to him. Yeah, because we were trying to identify. Oh, the land. That's why I wanna know which one it is.
Okay.
Show me the picture, I can tell you. because we have property in town that the deed has not been transferred. And so we've been getting, yeah. Is it?
Doesn't know?
Well, yeah, well, I don't know if it's a renter in a trailer, and the land that his trailer is sitting on, yes. So that property, the person that we've been sending notices to is dead.
Right, but the renter came in and registered it with us.
Oh, that's fine, but that's how I got the letter, is because I know his daughter, the dead person's daughter, and I called him because I was very
You
confused.
called her.
I called her, yeah, I called her, not him, he's dead. Anyway, I
She did
called
say she was
him.
very confused.
It is confusing because and she told me that her cousin was supposed to have purchased it from her dad. So it was her cousin who had not recorded the
He
deed.
hasn't changed it over.
He hasn't changed it over, and I hope to God he got a title, a deed signed beforehand, because the will's been, everything's been probated. And so that's how he got it, was that went to her, that went to him, that probably gave it to the renter.
Well, and that was a couple of months ago, so this was just recently that it went out, and
It was, just recently.
right, but it shouldn't have, because it was already registered here. That was just my question, is if the letters went out and anybody else was
Well, that,
sending them out.
no, it's because we were trying to figure out who owned the property. And I had to call somebody in the family to figure out why Dad was still in the county assessor rolls. Who owned the property, and she knew it was her cousin.
I'll put it this way, I don't bail for any towns, and you're the only one I can go to.
Okay.
So I don't, it was trying to figure out. And then I understand, I'm glad he's got it registered, because I understand he moved it from one location to another.
You're working on it, so he said.
Just like I'm working on mine.
I think you had to move on.
Oh, yeah, I did. Yeah, I did.
So anyway, that's how I got out. But if the deed, if the male cousin to the female cousin had filed his deed on the record, then the right person would be on it. It didn't know because we've got several properties where the people have passed away. And they haven't been processed or probated or anything like that.
Yeah.
And since I don't know who these people are, I did know who the deceased man, whose daughter was. So that kind of explains that. It's not that somebody is mailing them out intentionally or emailing them. It was, somebody ought to get the deeds filed and that it wouldn't even happen.
So is there anything else you need to ask?
Well, we need to know.
The contract renewal is on Tuesday night's meeting, so.
The contract is on Tuesday night's meetings.
Yeah.
I missed that one.
The only other,
Oh, the contract? No, just read it for me. Oh, no, you're talking about this whole,
This whole,
number A is done. We can move to B now.
And that contract is the exact same thing. Your attorney's already proofread it, proved it. It's the same as the other one. It's just actually typed out by my attorney. Feel free to read over it if you got any questions, but yeah. All the information's the same. They just put their, I spent way too much money to have them put it into legalese.
The question is, do we want him to continue doing work during the off months, as in identifying homes that you do know how to do searches? I'd like to get a list of all how homes in town that have Oklahoma
State liens.
Oklahoma state liens on them.
do they have a database with just that?
I don't know, I know how to do it.
I was gonna say, I don't know that one exists,
Well,
and if it does, then I'm about to pick your brain.
well, you go, I'll explain it to you, it could be a little tedious,
Okay.
but you go to plan records and find the address and you can find all of it.
Yeah, that's what I mean, you gotta look about one at a time.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you meant like there was just one out there that had them all, I was like, oh, that
No,
would've been handy.
no, the liens are filed on.
I was like, well, I could've saved years of my life, but.
Well, no, sorry. But, because things like that, the ones that do have Oklahoma liens on them are the ones we need to get identified, because no one's taken, and I'm surprised they're not on these lists myself.
Some of the ones, yeah.
Yeah, because they're in terrible condition, and they actually, their homes are in even terrible condition.
Oh, you mean the complaint list I turned into you guys?
Yes.
So, I can tell you the why. If you remember when we first started, grass was priority, and we never moved off of that. I mean, even tonight, we're still formalizing this stuff.
Yeah, so that's why I would like to see him work like in October, November on those properties
The other property.
that we need to be, because they need to go into, we need to get them moved into somebody's hands that wants them as fast as we can. Because they've all had 2, 3, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years to claim them if they wanted them, and they haven't. That's,
There's one that's gonna help, one's sister who's way off in another state, and she don't even recognize it.
no, well, those are the ones that we need to, they're actual structures. To me, they're dangerous. They're a place kids are gonna get in trouble in. You fall through the floor, something crazy. So but anyway, that's why because but this is a learning process. We're gonna get it.
Okay.
Gotta crawl before you walk.
Well, this is, we know we did this in 2019 with the one property that we've been appealed on, and we did it wrong, and so we lost 3 years, 4 years, waiting on courts and everything else just to find out that we didn't do it right, so. Yeah. So number B,
Great. Okay. Discussion, possible action on abatement process for clients.
so, if we go down and we decide to abate, some of these things, I'm not so sure, I wanna see our new lawnmower.
Well, this month is very busy, so.
Well, oh, I know that, well, we don't have any to abate anyway, but, and,
We can,
do you guys know of anybody that would tackle these things?
Just some lawn services.
Because they will give us a bill, and that will actually be, I think, better than us trying to bill somebody for our town people's time and our equipment time.
touch them on mow it, or clean it up, and bill, and pay them, and that, like, doing it back. I like that, you do.
No, I don't.
We just have to find somebody.
Brian, what do they normally do in other towns? Is it usually just done in?
So it's a mixed bag. In these smaller towns, if you've got, well, it sounds like you do have someone that does that, you know, the upside is that, you know, then you're not out that initial cost, that you would have to pay a contractor to do it. There is that. And you're already paying his labor anyways to be here, which I'm not trying to talk you into it, here's the ups.
Yeah, I won't do it even, I won't tear up our new.
Well, there we go. So, and then, you know, the downside of that is when you tear up equipment, that's your equipment, you know, then you've got the maintenance that comes with it and all that. You know,
We don't
We
want,
didn't give you a case on the time we tore it up.
Yeah, because I fixed it before. It needed to
the one possible downside that you would see, and I would recommend strongly, is that you don't hire anyone that doesn't at least carry liability insurance, because you are sending them out there as a contractor on your behalf,
liability and workers' comp in case they have employees.
or the denial of, one or the other.
or
You know, you can fill out that exemption form.
yes, if you're a individual,
Yeah.
you don't have to have it. But if you have a worker with you,
Oh, yes, I see what you're saying, okay.
you do have to have it.
Yeah. So I would just make sure that they do have those things in case a rock gets thrown and hits a window and.
No, that's true.
Well, everything we have anyway, it has to have.
Sure.
Be the same thing.
Yep. Well, I make a motion that we look for an outside lawn service to handle the abatement?
Well, we need to do that now.
Well, we can.
What I was, if you don't have any to mow right now, what I would do is probably about the first of the year, put out something like in the Guthrie paper or something like that for people to send in. Here's what I say, is one-time bids, like a quarter-acre lot and a half-acre lot. Because then that's like small and large. And the reason I say that, because if you don't do it that way, then every property that you go out to, you have to technically send out the bid. So it's better to give it as a one-time bid that they're agreeing to, I don't know, $35 to mow a regular residential lawn or something. Well, I know, I'm just giving a number, don't lock me into that. That tells my age, how long I've been doing this, because I remember when those bids were coming in at 35. But anyways, that's what I would do, just because then they've got a file there that you've already gotten all that agreed to well ahead of time, and you're not in the middle of July taking bids to mow a property.
Yeah,
Makes good sense.
yeah. And again, we have 180 days from issuing the abatement notice to doing something.
Yep.
So,
But that's why I said I would do it in January, because it's still cold enough that you're not
well,
going to be.
but we can be doing abatements on these things in November and December, and that's 6 months
Yeah.
is 180 days
Yes.
before, so we can continue on our process, but not look for somebody until January.
Well, I just, Williams residents don't want people on their property.
Well, these people aren't around.
Well, I'm just talking in general.
If somebody tells you leave, leave. The one thing though that I would always tell them is if you have mowed one single blade of grass, you're gonna bill them, so you might as well let me finish, because if not, I'm gonna bill you like I was out here for,
Yeah.
a day. Or however long.
But we don't wanna. But you shouldn't have to be.
Well, no, I'm not talking, I'm just answering.
No, but I'm just trying to say,
It was just a general.
if we hire someone, you take them out there and they
Yeah.
run you off.
Yeah, if they contact, say, hey, they told us to leave, so.
Yeah.
They leave, but they're still getting billed for
Yep,
them.
yep. If they have touched that grass with their mower, because you're still gonna have to pay that contractor. So, I mean, that's how that works. Now, that doesn't mean they're gonna let you, and I've been chased off by city employees before, so.
I don't chase nobody off.
Fair enough. I mean, I don't run either, but
I could be the gentle giant if you make them mad.
there we go.
Okay.
So do we need to,
Well, I guess we'll vote on it in January and we'll go at bid. That's what you're recommending.
I'd get your bids and then just vote on the 3 you want to accept, or how many of them.
Okay.
so we need to vote on where we want to go out to bids
Well,
in January.
Probably a good idea.
yeah, okay, so I make a motion that we go out for bids in January for a contractor to abate the problem yards.
I say,
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Anything else? Motion adjourned.
make a motion to adjourn.
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Done.
It's 7:45.
I thought you really tapped that gavel thing. I was like, well, that's pretty slick. He's got an app that's going whack.
Thank you, Brian.
There's an idea for an app. There's my $1 million idea for you.
Be my luck, it cost that too.
What's it? Yeah, the gavel app.
It'd be my luck, it cost that too.
Yeah, but you're the one that made it, so now you can
Bring
sell
a
it.
long cord.
Huh?
Take one.
Bring a long cord.
You guys have
Thank
any?
Yeah.
you for coming.
We do have a number, right?
But when I ordered it, I wasn't sure as far as it was from here today.
And she said,
And
I'm
about-
a metal building.
I use
He
that
probably hates
phone.
me then.
It's got USB cords.
I actually do a lot of stuff.
I got it. Oh, okay, they're pretty nice.
I'm loving it.
I don't deal with stuff in town mainly.
Mine stays in my
I think there's a lot of new shit.
Yeah.
But
I got it. I got it
the one
down.
that I'm doing in Stillwater from the wildfire.
You know, it's got
Back in
the
March.
Yeah.
plugs around, you know, the size,
They're
whatever
pretty
you size.
size.
The guy, it's really
Yeah.
actually hasn't been too awful bad.
Yeah.
Because I had started sliding off the
And then when he
lights.
saw me, he called me.
I know that's right.
You know, take my phone with me.
I do that, my phone does that.
And
I hit it.